Hey, Charli Kerns here with Canoe Kayak magazine.
And I'm Courtney Baird with GrindTV.
And Courtney has never been in a kayak before, so we're gonna take her out on the water for her first time. We're gonna cover what to wear, the gear to use, and a few simple strokes. The first thing we're gonna go over is what to wear for the water. So we're both wearing a synthetic material rash guard, protects us against the sun and keeps us warm.
Okay.
Following that, we're both wearing neoprene shorts, and I have an extra layer, just some paddling shorts. And so you want to make sure that you have a pair of closed-toed water shoes. Last and most important, you want to make sure that you have a PFD. A PFD is personal flotation device, also known as a life jacket.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that you have a Coast Guard approved PFD and that it fits properly.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and have you put it on, cinch it, and we want to make sure that it's a tight fit. So if we can pull on this right now, this is way too loose. You want it to be tight so that it keeps your head above water. So now that you know what you're going to wear, it's important to know what you're going to use. The first thing that we're going to go over are the kayaks, and we have two options here, a sit-on top and a decked sea kayak. A sit-on top offers great stability and is really easy to get back onto should you take a dive, whereas a sea kayak maneuvers really well and has an easier time punching through waves or any kind of current. Should you have a sea kayak, you want to make sure that you have a spray skirt that fits both you and the cockpit. Now let's figure out how you got to use it. Two important things is you want to make sure that your feet and your legs are engaged. So that means we're going to have the foot pegs at the right position. We also want to make sure that your backrest is situated so that you're paddling erect so that you can engage your core and your back in every paddle stroke.
Okay.
You want to make sure that when you're holding the paddle that the curve of the blade is facing forward. A good way to note is that most paddling companies have their logo written on the paddle so that if you're holding it correctly, you can read the logo. We want to make sure that your arms are spaced evenly apart so that you maximize the power in every stroke and you also remain stable. A way to check for that is to put the paddle on top of your head, and your arms should form right-hand angles. When you take a forward stroke, you want to plant your paddle blade right by your feet. So you're going to take a stroke like that, and then you're going to bring it to your hips. Once you've done that, you do it on the other side. So if you take a paddle stroke from your feet past your hips, you're gonna do what's called a sweep stroke, which is also essentially a turning stroke. And then if you wanna stop or paddle backwards, you simply just paddle backwards.
Okay.
So we're gonna get in the water and we're gonna practice those 3 strokes until you get comfortable maneuvering the boat around.
Okay.
All right, so we're back. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You did really well.
Thanks.
Tell me what you learned.
I definitely think it was really important to, use your core a lot, and also it was really helpful to know to dress for the water and not the air. I felt, really warm out there. Even though it's hot out, you don't really realize how cold the water is, so.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So I'm really psyched and hope to see you back out on the water.
Yeah.